Welcome to another day. I still remain your host on Building Destinies. Today, I want us to deal with a very strong issues that have bedeviled our society, an issue that have rendered a lot of things impotent, that have destroyed society. And this issue is a foremost issue that is interestful to God. If this particular issue is not dealt with, nothing can be dealt with as long as every other part of life is. For life comes forth out of this particular background. If I may ask a question, how were human beings formed? I mean, apart from our first father, Adam and Eve, our mother, how were other human beings formed? I could tell you, every other human being were formed out of birth. They were baited by our fathers and mothers. So which means for there to be a creation giving birth of a man, of you, of me, there must be a constitution, a composition, a coming together of a man and a woman, which we socially call marriage, a union of a man and a woman. God ordains it, even from the very beginning. Christ admonished it when he came to the earth during his ministry. And fathers of faith and preachers of the gospel and other religious bodies have also speak more on it. But there is something of which that many of us are not talking about. I have listened to many preachers, I've listened to many counselors who speaks about marriages, preach about marriages, teachers who teaches about marriages. But they have not really pictured the green aspects of marriage. They have always talked about the peripheral aspects of marriage. And today, I want to let us know this. The peaceful management of a home. The peaceful management of a home. How can the home be at peace? Because it is a peace of the home that brings forth the growth of the home, that brings forth everything that constitutes the marriage. A marriage that never have peace, that doesn't have peace, can never experience God, can never experience good, can never experience growth, can never experience anything that will affect itself, the man, the woman, and the children, which are the products of the union, and even the society at large. Therefore, peace is a key factor in marriage. So, when talking about peace, how peace can be generated in marriage, because if we get it right in marriage, it means we will get it right in every place. For marriage is the home. There is no home without a marriage. What forms a home is the coming together of a man and a woman called family, and the family is the home. So when the home gets this right, peace right, then society will be peaceful. Then the world will transform into a peaceful environment to stay. Now, looking at peace, we have to first of all look at who is the man. Who is the man? The man is a creation of God. And Jesus admonishes us through his write-up, his spoken, and the words of Apostle Paul, telling us or describing the man as the head of the home. The head of the home, as Christ is the head of the church. So, as the head of a home, is the father of the home, is the president of the home, is the governor of the home, is the king of the home. So, if the man have this particular description, Then who is the woman? The woman is a being created, a personality created, made by God to help the man meet up with his responsibility as the head, as a father, whatsoever that who is the man is. So the woman, who she is a person God made. No wonder Adam shouted rejoicefully in Genesis chapter 2. He was so rejoiceful that now I have the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh, I call woman. So the person that will help him to meet up with everything is the one they call the woman. Not the person that comes into the man's life to do her own. No, God did not create a woman for a man for her to do her own. A woman can be so described as an appointed or an employed company's manager who does not have any other thing but rather can bring forth initiative, can bring forth some other contributions, but must follow one, the vision of the owner, the CEO, the management, or the owner of the company. They will not go and bring forth another vision. The manager manages the vision through the mission bring forth by the owner of the company in order to achieve a set goal. So the man who is the head have a vision. The vision is what the woman came in to help, to meet up. So if this is gotten clearly, I believe every home will be turning to a direction where things are done not for personality but for God, such that every hand and eyes will be directed to meet up with the sole objective of God forming the home, and Satan will be at the loose end. We knowing who the man briefly is and who the woman is. Now, what keeps the home together? Beside this purpose, beside this mission, tailored out of the vision that I have just explained, this must also be get very clearly. If this is not gotten clearly, there is no stability in the home. Nothing will exist in that home. I have studied as somebody who have gone into counseling in divorce issues. As a minister of God, I have faced with so many issues of marriages. As a married man, for many years, more than decades I've married, I have been faced with multiple of issues at home. And I understand clearly how to explain this to many. When the angel came to me to tell me about marriage, he said, son, I want you to face many issues because I want to use you to settle issues. Although it's not very easy for somebody to actually understand what the Lord means by this. That son, I want you to go through many issues because I want you to settle issues. But later I got it clearly that God wanted me to have experience in order for me to be able to settle others. What you don't have as an experience, you can't teach others about it. So I have experienced it. So what keeps the home together? One thing I must tell you is that which many people don't understand. Many women come to marriages without having understanding of this. Many men come to marriages without having understanding of this, which you must understand. My dear brothers and sisters who are in marriage and those who are wanting to get married, this which I have said so many times to persons is that understanding of personal family background matters a lot. You want to marry a woman, what did you understand by her family background? What did you understand about her family background? Everything about the life of that lady you want to marry as a wife is built around her mother. The behaviors and the attitude of her mother is she. That's who she is. Whether she grows up with the mother or not. Although she may have other character that are actually impacted into her act of the people she molded, those in the environment where she grew up, the person she grew up with, if at all is not a mother. But I'm telling you, over 80% of the lifestyle of the mother is in her. You can't change it. It's in her. So the next time you want to get married, my dear brother who want to get married, want to go into relationship, understand it very well. That the person you need to study is not the girl you want to marry. Understudy the mother. In a case where the mother is not alive, then you need to go ask questions. Ask questions about the mother. If you can find out who the mother is, I tell you, this understanding will help you to understand who your wife is at home, and will help you to live amicably with her. There is no bad woman anywhere at all. I tell you this. No woman is bad. They are just with their peculiar nature. So also there is no bad man or husband anywhere at all. They are just with their peculiar nature. Now, as a young woman who want to get married, it is not the young man you are getting married to, or you are married if you are already married and you are faced with issue. It is not the young man or the man that you married that is the problem. Did you study to know who the father is? The life of the father is in him. No, this is not actually going to be easy with you, but I'm telling you that is the truth. So if you want to know this young man very well, or your husband very well, try to know the father. So in the case where the father is not alive, sit your husband down, ask him certain question. He's growing up. When he was growing up, what kind of life was he used to? What was the life between his father and his mother? Find out. Who did he grow up with? Find out. Now, find out what he likes so much and what he doesn't like as a person. Because if you don't have this understanding with you, you generalize everything as if it is the same. Every human being is not the same. So also, that your wife is not the same with another person's wife. That your husband is not the same with another person's husband. They have their peculiar nature. Why? My calling as a human being on the earth, the purpose of God in my life on the earth is not the same with that man's purpose. Her purpose as a person on the earth is not the same with that woman's purpose. Therefore, their attitude will not be the same and complete. Even though there are attachments from the mother, attachment from the father, but there are also personal things that have within them. So what do? Understand personal background of these persons. Your husband personal background is the foremost thing you need to know. Your wife's personal background is the foremost thing you know. There are men whose lifestyle, when they were growing up, they are used to having friendship with only female. They don't have friendship with me. There are men who does not have friendship with female. Their friendship is just only with me. And there are men who have both male and female as friends. And there are men, I tell you, they don't like keeping friends. Also to women, there are female who are growing up. They have their friendship only of the male. And there are women or ladies when growing up, they have friends who are only female. But there are some who friendship were just, or they are compared together, both male and female. And also there are female who does not want to keep friends. And also as time proceeds in life, because of experiences of personal persons in life, what occurs, people make decisions that change them. So we cannot also now look as if it's just the background growing up alone. So when they were growing up, before he met you, before he married you, before she marries you, there are things he or she might decide. And even after marrying to you, because of the way things are going on in life, they took decisions. Yes. So it is not an issue of love or submissiveness. It's an issue of understanding each other. This man, does he like chingumming? This man, does he like every time this romantic nature? Is he the busy type of person? If these things are not gotten clear, you will not have a peaceful home. There are things you cannot change in the life of a woman and the life of a man. No, you can't change them. They are natural in their life. So if you are forcing yourself to change something that is natural in a person's life, you will end up creating crisis. At the end, we make your home to be unpeaceful. Let me stop here for now. It's a continuous episode, Building Destinies. I believe we will know more as you follow this page, as you follow me, and I will speak more to you on the next one. Please do well to share this video. Do well to follow. I can get more of the videos as they come on this series of Building Destiny. Shalom. My God will bless you.